Thanks for watching. I'm Prerna Agarwal, Technical Product Owner for The Guardian. Today I'll be giving you a short demo on the capture replay feature to compare the data of the published policies. So in this particular example, what we would be doing is we would not be changing complete data of the project, but the change would be in the emission factor for the calcitic limestone defined by the VM 42 methodologies. As you can see that in the baseline emission calculation, we are using EF limestone, which is the emission factor for calcitic limestone. So for now, as per the IPCC, the default value is 0.12, which we would be using. And then what we would be doing is we would be changing that particular value because we have found in one of the study that it could be approximately 0.026 mg per mg of calcium carbonate, and that is much more lower than the default value of 0.12. So what we would be doing in today's example is we would be first, as you see that here we have VM42 version being in the draft state. So we would publish this, we would record the policy steps of execution by submitting the project data, by approving that, and by getting it reviewed by VVB. And then we would also be submitting the emission reduction data using the default calcitic value, which is 0.12, and then we would be comparing, rerunning that capture replay with the modified policy with the updated value as 0.026 as per the study, and then compare the results. So let me go ahead and first publish this policy. So I would just make it as first version, and then I would get this checked in because this would record my policy actions even after publishing the policy. So by default, this would be checked in. If you want to not record the steps, you can just uncheck and then publish it. For now, in this demo, I would be checking and then publishing the policy. So here, as you see that my policy has been published, and I would also show you the default value in the calci in this particular methodology. So if I go to PP main, and then if I go to PPER, in the calculation, you should be able to say the the default value was 0.12. Now what I would do is I would now go and submit the project data over here. So I go as a project proponent. I click on register. I register my role as project proponent. I submit the project proponent data. So right now I have the project proponent registration data in my methodology library folder, which is project proponent account submission registration. I go ahead and copy this and submit it using my console. And I submit it. Now I go ahead and approve the project proponent registration using standard registry. I approve this. I go ahead now and log in as VVB to register to the methodology. I copy the VVB registration data and I submit that again using console. I validate it. I approve this using the standard registry. Now I log in as a project proponent and submit the project data. So I click on create, and here I again have the PDD final txt, which is the project data. Then I submit the project data. I assign this to the VVB for the approval. I go ahead and log in as VVB. I review the project data and approve it. Now I would like to go to project proponent and submit the emission reductions data. So I click on emission reductions. I click on create. Now I do have the sample data for the emission reductions as well. So I go to the ERR data. I copy this and submit it. So I create the emission reductions data. Now you can see the emission reductions data and then see the calculation of the verified carbon units. So these are the values. Why am I showing is because this will be changed when I modify this policy when we are running the capture replay feature. All right, so what I would do now is I would actually go ahead. So if you see, this is the main important part where the changes would happen, is mainly in the liming emission reductions. So here it is 1.83333337. You would see that change in the other where we would be seeing changing the value. Now I would go ahead and log in as a standard registry, and here I would copy the message identifier by going to the export policy and clicking on copy message identifier, and I would be importing this particular policy by import from IPFS. And I would like to check this box because I want to import all the existing records of this policy. And then I click on import. So once my policy is imported, what I would do is, as I was saying, that as per this particular study, I found that approximately 0.026 milligram of CaCO3, which is calcimite, is omitted as CO2. So I would like to change my default value, which is 0.12 to 0.026 in this particular new policy. So I would go ahead and change that particular value in my calculation block. I need to go to that particular section, and as you see here, we are having a default value, so I would change this to 0.026, and then I would save it, and I would save this again. So once I go back, now I would like to run this particular policy in the dry run mode. Now I would like to click on run. So initially, if you remember, when we were clicking on the capture replay initial feature, we were only getting one option as import from file, and then you were supposed to upload the record file. But now you have another option as use records imported with this policy. So I click on this and I click on the include newly steps because It right now we don't have the newly recorded steps, but it's better to check in and then click on import. Now what will happen is the steps which were recorded in the published policy, it reruns in this, and then we get a comparison result with compared to this modified policy. So as you see that we have all the steps listed over here, where you would say from the start to stop what all things we have done, and it would run all the steps now. So here we are selecting the role, we are submitting the project proponent registration. Waiting for the approval from the standard registry to approve the project proponent. Here we are creating the verifiable account, which is VVB account registration. Now, as you see that all the steps what we have done in the published policy have been rerun in the dry run mode, where the last step was submitting the emission reductions data. And now once it is done, we would be able to say a calculation or the comparison of the data of the published policy and then this data. So as you see that you can see that all the stats except the net ERR calculation is same. So let's see more details by clicking on details. And as you see here that you should be able to see that the documents are equal except for the dynamic fields for all the user role, project proponent, user role VVB, and then this, but the documents are of same type and are partially equal is nothing but the net ERR calculation. So let's compare this and see what would be the difference in this. One is the IPFS timestamp, and then the other is this particular value, because initially as in our published policy we had 0.12, but now as we have changed it to 0.026, this value changed because of the calculation. So that is how you can actually compare the data using this particular feature, and making sure that the policies, if it might have changed, you can actually compare and then see the data in this particular feature. If you have any further questions, feel free to please reach out to us and let us know so that we can help you and answer your questions as much as possible. Thank you. Have a great day.